What's up, guys? This is Chris from DraftDashboard.com. Here are my DFS picks for NBA Wednesday, January 19th. These picks apply for DraftKings and FanDuel. Before I get started, please drop a like on this video and hit that red subscribe button and hit that bell icon so you don't miss our new videos. In this video, I'm going to go over my top picks for today's NBA slate. And if you stick around to the very end of this video, we'll use the Draft Dashboard tools to make a DFS lineup using the picks we just made. Okay guys, we have a 13 game slate here tonight. So let's take a look at the point guard position. Now I'm just going to give you a stud to start the slate here. This guy's just been crushing it for the past few games. So I'm going to see if I can ride this momentum here. I like Darius Garland from the Cleveland Cavaliers playing the Chicago Bulls, who have a middle-of-the-pack defense overall. They've been pretty good versus opposing point guards. And Darius Garland has averaged 38.6 fantasy points per game on the season, playing an average of 35 minutes per game with a 26% usage rate. He scored 51, 63, and 55 fantasy points in the last 3 games, playing 36, 36, and 37 minutes. He's $9,000 DraftKings salary, $300 less on FanDuel. Vegas thinks there's going to be 216 points scored in this game, so I want to see if he can put in another 50-plus fantasy point performance. So I like Darius Garland here versus the Chicago Bulls. Okay, let's take a look at the shooting guard position. I like Terry Rozier from the Charlotte Hornets playing the Boston Celtics, who have a good defense overall. They're middle-of-the-pack defending opposing shooting guards, also eligible at the point guard position. Terry Rozier has averaged 33.1 fantasy points per game on the season, playing an average of 32 minutes per game with a 23% usage rate. He's projected at 36 fantasy points here tonight, but I think he can score 38 fantasy points or more and get you 5 times value or more. He's $7,700 DraftKings salary, $300 more on FanDuel. Vegas thinks there's going to be 219.5 points scored in this game, and Terry Rozier has scored 44, 44, and 38 fantasy points in the last 3 games, playing 35, 38, and 40 minutes. So I like Terry Rozier here versus the Boston Celtics. Before I continue with the picks, I'm excited today because we added a new contest for everyone watching. If you want to enter the drawing for $25 PayPal, all you need to do is like this video, hit that subscribe button, and make a quick comment below to be entered into the drawing. We'll reply to a random comment and let you know that you won. And we'll send you $25 PayPal. So it's that easy, and we pick a new winner every Saturday and announce them in our video. So get your comment in now so I can add another entry for you. Okay, let's take a look at the small forward position. I got a value play for you here. I like Danilo Gallinari from the Atlanta Hawks playing the Minnesota Timberwolves, who have the 10th worst defense overall. They give up the 5th most fantasy points to opposing small forwards. Danilo Gallinari has averaged 19.4 fantasy points per game on the season, playing an average of 23 minutes per game with an 18% usage rate. He's projected at 21.2 fantasy points here tonight. That's 5.1 times value. He's $4,200 DraftKings salary, $200 more on FanDuel. Vegas thinks there's going to be 233 points scored in this game, and Danilo Gallinari has scored 24, 27, and 29 fantasy points in the last 3 games, playing 29, 27, and 34 minutes. So I like Danilo Gallinari here versus the Minnesota Timberwolves. Now, from the same team and at the same DraftKings price, I also like DeAndre Hunter, who is also $4,200 DraftKings salary, but he's $800 more on FanDuel. So I'd probably play Gallinari on FanDuel but DeAndre Hunter has scored 36, 17, and 30 fantasy points in the last 3 games, playing 34, 30, and 29 minutes. So I think these two guys are good value plays here. Now, I don't know which one of them is going to score more fantasy points, kind of a coin flip, but they both have good matchups and low price tags. So I like DeAndre Hunter here versus the Minnesota Timberwolves. Real quick, guys, I got great news. For a limited time, we're offering a full 30-day trial to Draft Dashboard. You can try all of our DFS tools for all sports. You can try the position optimizer, where you can see the top players ranked for each position. And we added a new player trends tool, where you can see the top salary differences between FanDuel and DraftKings. It's a really good tool to help you pick out value for the site that you're playing on. Oh, and if you're tired of doing research every day, we just added a cheat sheet that shows hand-picked plays for the slate. No confusing stat lines, no headaches, just a simple cheat sheet that shows the absolute best players for your lineups. Okay, let's take a look at the power forward position. Now, this guy had an awful game last game, but his salary's pretty low here. So I like Tobias Harris from the Philadelphia 76ers playing the Orlando Magic, who have the 5th worst defense overall. They're middle of the pack defending opposing power forwards. Tobias Harris has averaged 35.2 fantasy points per game on the season, playing an average of 35 minutes per game with a 24% usage rate. He's projected at 34.7 fantasy points here tonight, and that's 5.2 times value. He's only $6,700 DraftKings salary, $700 more on FanDuel. Vegas thinks there's going to be 212 points scored in this game, and Tobias Harris has scored 10, 39, and 33 fantasy points in the last 3 games, playing 25, 42, and 39 minutes. So I like Tobias Harris, who has scored 47 and 34 fantasy points in his last 2 games here versus the Orlando Magic. Okay, moving on to the center position, I like Rudy Gobert from the Utah Jazz playing the Houston Rockets, who have the worst defense overall. They give up the absolute most fantasy points to opposing centers. Rudy Gobert has averaged 42.7 fantasy points per game on the season, playing an average of 32 minutes per game with a 17% usage rate. He's projected at 45.3 fantasy points here tonight. That's 5.3 times value. He's $8,500 DraftKings salary, $300 more on FanDuel. Vegas thinks there's going to be 232 points scored in this game. And Rudy Gobert has scored 47 and 49 fantasy points in the last 2 games, playing 36 and 35 minutes. I love this pick. Rudy Gobert is super consistent. It's a fantastic matchup here. So I like Rudy Gobert here versus the Houston Rockets. If you want to try all these daily fantasy tools for yourself, click the link in the description below this video or just go to draftdashboard.com. You can use our DFS lineup optimizer to build quality lineups using our picks and your own custom player pool. Click the link in the description below this video and try all these daily fantasy tools right now. Thanks so much for watching. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe to this channel and hit that bell icon so you can get instant updates whenever we post a new video. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. If you enjoyed this video, please smickety smash that like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Oh, and please comment below with your favorite player for this NBA slate. I love to hear what you guys have to think. Thanks again, and good luck.